Welcome to Armand Academy. Like and subscribe for more content and drop your doubts in the comments. Share with your friends and classmates. For private tuition in these subjects across all boards and universities, contact me here or the link in the description. Let's get started. Assuming for a hypothetical economy, the central bank increases the reserve ratio from 20% to 25%, and the total primary deposits stand at 1,000. All right, total primary deposits. Explain the effect of rise in reserve ratio on credit creation by commercial banks. Now, you need to keep in mind that total deposits, total deposits is equal to primary deposit, primary deposits into 1 by RR or reserve ratio. Okay, so we are going to be making use of this formula to find out what happens when we change the reserve ratio from 20% to 25%. Okay, so we're going to make a table where we have case, reserve ratio, we have credit multiplier, which is 1 upon RR. And then we have credit creation, which is primary deposits multiplied by the multiplier, or what we call the credit multiplier. Right now, this is the format used in the marking scheme. Okay, and it is for that reason I'm making it in the form of a table. Otherwise, the answer is fairly straightforward, but if you want to earn all 4 marks, you have to put it into this format. Okay, I mean, looking at it now only, I know 20% is basically going to be 5 times into 1,000, 5,000. If you raise it to 25%, that number is going to become 4,000. So you have a situation where the total deposits are reducing by 1,000. Okay, but we have to put it into this format. Now, the reserve ratio, okay, 20%, 25%. Okay, so I'm just going to write it down 20%, 25, 25%. We can reduce it to a decimal 0.2, 0.25. Okay, and then the multiplier is 1 upon RR, 1 upon 0.2. 1 upon 0.2 is going to give you 5. 1 upon 0.25 is going to give you 4. At the end of the day, we are simply using this formula, showing these steps. Okay, how much are we talking about in terms of primary deposits? Remember, the primary deposits in the question is 1,000 rupees. So 1,000 into 5 gives us 5,000. 1,000 into 4 gives us 4,000. All right, and therefore we are seeing a situation where the total deposits, okay, where the total deposits are reducing, okay, from 5,000 to 4,000, and we just have to write a sentence, okay, on account of an increase in the reserve ratio, okay, in brackets RR, from 20% to 25%, the total credit falls from, okay, total credit creation, what do you want to say, falls from rupees 5,000 to rupees 4,000. Thus, there is an inverse relationship. When reserve ratio increases, credit creation falls. Inverse relationship between reserve ratio between reserve ratio and credit creation. Credit creation. Okay, so what's important is the format of the table and the calculations. The sentence, however you want to write it, as long as it means the same thing, that's up to you. Any doubts, feel free to ask.